What's happening, everybody? John Hendricks here for Boot Crew Media, coming at you with another episode of The Drive, presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Thursday. It's just uh, there's never a dull moment in the Saints offseason, right? There's always something going down, and this time doesn't seem for the better right now. Obviously, the big news of the day is that Alvin Kamara is being indicted, and his hearing is going to be set for March 2nd. And so, simply what that means right now is that a criminal case is going to immediately bypass the Las Vegas justice system and actually, like Las Vegas Justice Court, and it's actually going to go to the district court. And so, him and those three other players or three other individuals that were involved in that nightclub incident, this is an interesting development. March 2nd, again, is what we'll see what happens. That's a good date for, or a date that we'll be paying attention to and monitoring this thing. But look, even before all of this happened, obviously there was a chance that things could happen. There was a civil suit filed in Louisiana against Camara for the tune of, I believe it was $10 million. Tony Busby was actually representing the um the plaintiff there. And so, look, these types of things they play out a certain way, and that's the thing is we're gonna have to wait to see how things play out, right? And the thing is, Kamara didn't get suspended last season, and we kind of expected, and we've talked about it numerous times on here that this is a thing that could be into 2023 where he could face suspension for his involvement. And again, we have to wait until the legal proceedings play out. That's always how it's been. Wait till the legal proceedings play out. Then we can see what the NFL discipline looks like. Because even if Kamara does beat this, or something happens where Kamara is just not charged, or whatever the case may be, there's still a chance that the NFL could impose a suspension for him under the league's personal conduct policy. That would be at least 6 games, unless something else happens there, whatever the case may be. And look, you could go on the commissioner's exempt list. All these types of things could play out. But for right now, March 2nd, pivotal day. We'll be at the scouting combine, that time frame. So very important to play out and see how it plays out. And look, this is the thing. The Saints were already in a position where they needed a running back, right? Outside of Alvin Kamara. They had free agents, Benjamin is the only other one really on the roster besides Kamara. Mark Ingram's going to be a free agent. David Johnson, he came in and did something. They got to find somebody that can be more of the guys that are bruisers, right? Can run in between the tackles, in between the interior line, and just kind of pound it, right? And so that had already been a need. And this is a really running back rich class in some aspects. And so I would expect the Saints to look in the free agency department and in the draft, guys like, one of the things that I'm intrigued to see is where Alexander Madison kind of falls in him, the running back from the Vikings. Where does he go? I think he could have a bigger role somewhere. Those types of dominoes always fall. But for Kamara, we'll just pay attention to see what happens there. The Saints were already in a position where they had to have a running back. You're going to have to wait and see how this proceedings play out. And again, there's a lot of moving parts and pieces here as far as Kamara and his future. And it's just one of those, we're going to have to just sit tight and wait. And this has been a very crazy offseason for the Saints. And we're barely a month removed from them playing their last regular season game. We've had the Sean Payton stuff happen, the Derek Carr interest. We've talked about the restructures, all of Marcus May, the big stuff with Michael Thomas. You got stuff at the Senior Bowl that's happening. I mean, this is stuff that happens quick. So for those who tune out just because the Saints aren't playing, there's still a ton of stuff going on. Coaches still. I just saw Joel Thomas being interviewed for Arizona's offensive coordinator spot. So a lot of things happening. It's crazy how interested people are in New Orleans right now, but we'll just have to see how it kind of plays out. And as always, keep it tuned here for the latest and greatest. Again, Boot Crew Media. Make sure to use that DraftKings Sportsbook code promo for Boot to get your free money for the wager. Pelicans All-Star break. They had a pretty big clunker against the Lakers, didn't they? So a lot of other things popping. But as always, keep it tuned here for the latest and greatest. Plenty more to come. We'll talk at you again. Thanks.